While we haven't found the answer to immortality quite yet, science has nailed down multiple ways to live longer and feel younger. Who doesn't want to turn back the wheels of time and squeeze out as many years as possible in this life? Surprisingly, Americans spend over $6.5 billion a year on cosmetic surgeries, on the hunt to look better and younger. Yet the truth is that you don't necessarily have to go under the knife to feel younger and live longer. What if you could increase your longevity through easy and simple daily habits? What if you could feel younger by barely spending any money at all? Keep watching. In this video, we're going to uncover 8 incredible habits that help you live longer and feel younger. Before we dive in, ring that bell, click that like button, and subscribe to our channel, Brain Health Smarts. We are always giving away all the latest info on how to improve your brain health and your life. And stick around to the end where we'll be giving away a free gift. Now, what 8 habits can help you live longer and feel younger? Number 8, prioritize sleep. This one likely comes as no big surprise. Sleep is essential for restoration, repair, and healing in the body. In fact, research shows how individuals who sleep only 5 to 7 hours a night could potentially be decreasing their lifespan by 12%. Shorter sleeps on the regular are also associated with increased inflammation and chronic diseases such as diabetes, obesity, and heart disease. But don't let that fool you. Sleeping way longer isn't necessarily the answer either, with studies showing sleeping more than 8 or 9 hours could reduce your lifespan by up to 38%. Oversleeping is also associated with depression and decreased physical activity. So what's the deal? How can you prioritize your sleep properly so you can live longer? Experts seem to agree that somewhere between 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep a night is the happy medium, with the emphasis on quality. That means you obtain adequate deep sleep and REM sleep, allowing your body to properly restore and rejuvenate. When you sleep well, you get sick less often, maintain a healthy weight, reduce your risk of serious health problems, improve your mental cognition, and are able to make better decisions. You might also experience an improved mood, contributing to an all-around happier life. For better sleep, try going to bed and waking up at the same time. Sleep in a dark, quiet, and cool room. Avoid screen time for up to 2 hours before bed. Participate in a relaxing activity leading up to your bedtime. And most importantly, stay consistent. Your body sleeps and wakes to a rhythm. The more consistent you are, the more consistent your circadian rhythm will be. Now this next one might sound familiar. Number 7, consume high antioxidant foods. Antioxidants are compounds found in foods that help combat free radicals. Free radicals are produced by the body through natural metabolic processes. However, an abundance of free radicals can cause damage and increased inflammation in the body, contributing to disease and ill health. Consuming more antioxidants through your diet can help you maintain optimal health, live longer, and, you guessed it, feel younger. So what foods should you consider adding to your daily palate? If you want to keep this ultra simple, start adding the spice turmeric to your dishes and smoothies. Turmeric contains a bioactive compound called curcumin. There are countless studies linking curcumin to improved heart, lung, and brain function due to its incredible antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. But there's more. Curcumin has also shown to extend the lifespan in insects. While human studies are still pending, this is very promising news. On top of turmeric, other high antioxidant foods you might want to consider include blueberries, strawberries, pecans, broccoli, carrots, potatoes, dark chocolate, raspberries, and more. Start eating more of these nutritious foods and you'll have your antioxidant quota covered. Plus, there are so many ways to enjoy these on a regular basis. Make a berry salad. Throw potatoes on the side at dinner or lunch. Toss a handful of pecans into your daily salad. Have a few bites of dark chocolate for a snack. There's almost no excuse not to do this longevity habit. Our next habit might surprise you. Number 6, practice deep and slow breathing. Get this. A tortoise takes about 4 breaths a minute, and they live almost 150 years. While arguably humans aren't the same as tortoises, there's something to this. Deep, slow, and controlled breathing activates the parasympathetic system, also known as your rest and digest system. This helps you relax and decreases stress. Tons of research links high amount of stress and chronic stress to accelerated aging, meaning you overstressing about small stuff just isn't worth it. You are literally cutting your life short and aging yourself. Research further associates slow breathing with increased longevity. So take a few minutes each day. Make this a daily practice. Try breathing in through your nose for a count of 4. Ensure you fill up your entire belly through this process. Pause, then breathe out through your nose to a count of 4. Repeat this process 10 to 20 times. It's likely you'll feel much more relaxed afterwards. In fact, you can even use this tactic to help yourself calm down during times of high stress. In other words, don't sweat the small stuff. Take a few deep and slow breaths. And no, you're not just making your life better right now, but you're also potentially extending your lifespan. And that brings us to number 5 on our list: laugh more. Research shows that having a high sense of humor can lower your all-cause mortality, meaning that you just might live longer. In fact, other studies show a high sense of subjective happiness leads to better health and improved longevity. And the research goes even further. Happier people reduce their chances of early death by 3.7%. Another scientific review demonstrated how happy people live 18% longer than people who are less happy. So why is this the case? There's a lot of theories behind this. Happy people stress less. Happy people have more purpose. Happy people are more satisfied. Happy people imagine themselves being happy and healthier in the future, and so they do the habits and things that lead to that. How can you be a bit happier in your life? Find a job that fulfills you. Foster social connections. Don't take life too seriously. Indulge in some comedy on a regular basis. There are so many ways to find happiness and joy in life, but it's up to you to go after them. Make it a habit to find laughter and joy in your daily life. It's clearly worth it. Before we get to the next item on our list, here's that free gift. Brain Food Secrets, the 15 worst and best foods for your brain, provides various insights on what foods you should and shouldn't eat to improve your cognitive function and health. Grab your copy by clicking the link in the description below. Now, back to the list. This next one might actually already be a habit you indulge in every morning. Number 4, drink coffee or tea. There's a crazy amount of evidence linking both coffee and tea to improved health. Green tea in particular contains polyphenols and catechins that help decrease a person's risk of diabetes, cancer, and heart disease. And research has further demonstrated how coffee consumption is associated with living a longer life. But there is a gap in the amount of caffeine. A cup or 2 in the morning seems to reap the most benefits. Yet excessive caffeine intake can lead to cardiovascular, sleep, and substance use issues, which do not promote increased longevity. Most experts tend to recommend capping your coffee or tea at 400 milligrams of caffeine a day. It's also recommended to avoid consuming any caffeine after about 2 p.m. so it doesn't interfere with your sleep. On to the next. Number 3 is avoid overeating. Animal studies indicate about a 10 to 50% reduction in your average caloric intake can increase your lifespan. As you might already know, overeating is linked to obesity, which is further associated with various diseases that can impact how long you live and how well you live. At the same time, there's a word of caution here. Extreme caloric restriction can go down the other way and cut your lifespan down, as well as have various health effects such as decreased sex drive, sleep difficulties, low body temperatures, and more. While more research is needed, a great habit for your overall health and longevity is simply only eating until you're full. This means eating slowly and chewing every bite. It takes about 20 minutes for your stomach to signal to your brain that you're full, so give yourself that time. Don't overstuff yourself. Only eat what you need. It's really that simple. Now, the next one is known as the miracle pill to longevity, health, and overall well-being. Number 2, move your body. The human body thrives off moderate movement. In contrast, it deteriorates with excessive sedentary activity. Studies show that even just 15 minutes a day could add years to your life and help you gain the various health benefits associated with regular physical activity. One study further demonstrated how individuals who met the 150 minutes per week quota of physical activity had a 22% decreased risk of an early death. This is one habit that everyone should be doing. For the most part, it's all about keeping it simple and finding an activity you enjoy. For example, daily morning walks could easily help you achieve the movement your body needs. Now, after the age of 30, muscle mass does naturally decline. Thus, you probably want to throw in a few days of strength training per week to increase and maintain lean muscle mass. In fact, studies show that older adults with more muscle mass actually live longer. So get that routine down. It's one of the best things you can do for your health and longevity. Plus, you'll feel better. Benefits of regular exercise include improved mood, easier healthy weight maintenance, increased energy, improved sleep, and decreased risk of various chronic diseases. You might also feel more confident. Who doesn't want that? And this brings us to the top habit on the list. Drum roll, please. Number 1, get social. Researchers show how fostering your social networks and friendships can help you live 50% longer. Further research demonstrates how even having just 3 close friends can reduce your risk of an early death by up to 200%. Socializing is by far the most incredible habit that can make you live longer and feel younger. And there's even more benefits of maintaining those social ties. Having healthy relationships actually creates positive changes in your heart, brain, immune system, and hormonal function. These bonds can also help you combat and deal with stress better, having a major impact on your lifespan. So go to that gathering, engage with others, be present and listen. Nurture the ones close to you. It matters more than you might think. So there you have it. And to recap, here are the 8 incredible habits that make you live longer and feel younger. Nurture your social connections, move your body, avoid overeating, drink coffee or tea, laugh more, practice deep and slow breathing, eat lots of antioxidant-containing foods, and prioritize your sleep. What do you think? What's your favorite from the list? Did we miss anything? And how do you stay young? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget, click the link in the description to grab your free gift. Brain Food Secrets, the 15 worst and best foods for your brain, helps you optimize your brain function by helping steer you in the right direction of what to eat. Also, go ahead and like this video, ring that bell, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. We hope you have a happy and healthy day.